Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Dana! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we are back with another episode of Don't Stop Shakedown. And tonight, I got my brothers with me. I got my Dane in the house. I got Yao in the house. Kraken in the house. We got Olin in the house. And last but not least, oh yeah, that's Basement Jacks to you, look. God damn it. Everybody's in the house tonight. Salute to you, man. Big up everybody that's locked in with us, whether you're watching live or playback. Make sure you're following everybody on the panel. Our links are right there in the description. Make sure you go and check them out and follow their pages. Hey, yo, people, how's everybody been, man? McDane, what are you saying, bro? Everything
good, bro,
blessed. You got Vito rolling.
Vito is in the house, bro. You know what I mean, got the new PC all set up, so back with the boys finally. Feels like an age, but it's only been about 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we need that PC working, man, and he's in full flow right now, man. You know what I mean?
Got that in quick time, bro. Phoned my man at DPD. I was like, yo, I need a package, dude. You know what I mean? Bring me one of everything you got.
While you was telling me about the DPD thing, I'm there sending you gnarly shit that's happened to DPD drivers. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I was just praying your driver got over to you safely, man. You know what I mean?
I thought we were going to talk about DDP. We're talking about DPD.
Oh, no, don't worry. We will get there. We will get there. But talking about DDP, I've been wearing that United shirt. It's been riling me up for a minute. Hey, Yao, what you saying, brother? How you feeling?
I'm doing great. Look, this is an absolutely phenomenal MMA fight week here in SA. We've got DDP coming up next week and a half, sure. We've got PFL Africa, Joburg. We've got EFC tomorrow. Like, it's just one of those exciting periods. We had versus last week, so all happy, all good things MMA right now.
Yeah, man. Jax, how's things with you, man? How's life treating you?
Man, school's coming up. It's expensive, so
boy,
we need some good MMA action to boost my spirits.
That's what's up. And hopefully, you know, maybe we can line up some odds this weekend as well, man, to boost them pockets. You know what I mean? Because Olin, they're out here giving some good numbers out there on the predictions. Salute to you, Olin. Because of you, I came up with a nice cash out last week, man. For my $10, I pulled out $165. And
Let's
even
go.
Though I should have hung in there, but even though my final pick won, I like when I get that itchy trigger finger, I pull the trigger on the cash out, bro. But thank you for that one.
The
there,
cash out king, so
Yeah, man. What did you end up hitting on?
Cock. Yeah, the cock.
I got like 8. I got like 8 fights on my parlay.
Oh, let's go.
Went through.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's
Even the ninth one went through as well. I just didn't wait. I didn't wait to find out.
It's worth it to pull that trigger and get that guaranteed win, bro. It's worth it, especially if you're up, like you said, like 10 to 160 or something like that. Like, come on, bro. You're already playing with house money for the next few weeks now. At this point, that's what it is.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah, bro. I absolutely love it. I'm glad to hear you hit on those picks, and always happy. Like, even if not all my picks win, I'm always happy to help other people win money, brother. Every day, all day. And
you ain't ever helped me win money.
You ain't been listening.
Somebody quit that shit.
I'm up double-digit units this year, big dog. And the man leading the front right now is up triple digits right now. So, I mean, maybe follow suit. Watch the show.
We'll see.
I know your computer was down, so you have an out for last week, you know?
The phone was up.
Hey,
you know what I mean? It was doing other things with the phone, bro.
I need them triple digits to pay for the computer funds.
Yeah, you need to make them dividends back, bro. Yeah, dude, I'm doing good. It's another beautiful day in paradise, as I always say. And I'm one of those guys that actually says it unironically. I genuinely mean it, especially if I get to hang out with you boys. Like, it genuinely is a blessed day. Getting to hang out with you guys, talk fights, and I mean, we've got a hell of a couple weeks of fights coming up, boys.
Well,
this weekend is not a dud by any means, but if you compare it to the following weekend, man, I feel like I'm waiting on Christmas for the next week and a half at this point.
That's what's up, man. 100%. Kraken, we've been seeing you on social media. You are moving crazy on social media, my dog. Bro, how you been? Everything good with you, brother? Talk to us.
Bro, my neck is killing me, bro. Like, I'm like literally 0-7, bro, from like all the rear naked chokes and the guillotines, and come on, bro. Like, I'm like, what the hell is up with these fighters, man? Why won't they let me win? You know, but like, hey, I'm living my dream right now. Shout out to the PFL. Shout out to Big Daniel, man. Big Daniel, like, he set me up real nice, man. We have a show coming up with PFL Africa. It's gonna air tomorrow.
Lovely.
Yeah, I think tomorrow night, I would say. And yeah, it's looking like.
Congratulations on that, brother. Congratulations, man. Salute. That's a big one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Congrats,
do you know
bro.
isn't it
PFL have been doing wonders, man, for the African MMA community, and I love it, man. And the mere fact that I'm literally first-hand experience, you know, I'm there at the media briefings. I'm there when they're going to all these to the fighters' houses, to the fighters' gyms, you know, and you get to, bro. I was in Dricus Du Plessis' gym, you know, and I've always wanted to be there, and I got to pick up a few lessons from Stephen De La Rey. I got picked up by Bokang, the little giant. You know?
For people that don't know who the little giant is, go and check out the little giant Bokang. Go check out his Insta, man. Savage, brother.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, man, this has been like probably the best week of my life, and I've been born, so that speaks a lot, you know, because obviously being born is the best week, but the best day of your life. But like, yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. You know, getting those experiences is what is all about being a fan in this place. And when you get to see,
one more thing.
Yeah, continue, please.
Can we just have another moment of silence for Yao for missing all the festivities again? Again, he missed out on Cape Town. He missed out on basically half of the fight week, you know. Yeah, so
I'm even still rocking my versus cap, feeling bad out. I should be wearing PFL like you, bro. But let's see me on Friday. Let's see me on Friday.
Hey, man, see you whenever you get your shit together.
Okay.
Kraken's been training all week, bro. You turn up on Friday, you're getting
Kraken put you to sleep, bro. You know what I mean? He learning from the best out there. He learning from the best out there, man. Serious. But
Kraken,
yeah, big up to
Look, there's winning and there's learning, and it looks like Kraken's been doing a lot of learning from his Instagram posts.
He's all right. So you don't lose, you learn.
Respectfully, Kraken.
They told Kraken, you go learn today, bro. You go learn today, dog.
Hey, bro's been sleeping on the job half the time. Yeah, I mean.
Oh shit! All right, we got some videos that Leroy's put together for us. Salute to my boy Leroy over there in Australia, Queensland, man. He's picking up life over there. Salute to my boy. But we definitely missing because the time zone is crazy. Time zone is crazy, man. You know what I mean? To get that communication, it's not so bad for you guys over there in America. I think it's about 4 hours between you or something. You know what I mean?
Worse. He's 9 hours ahead of us, so he's like 18 hours ahead of Owen.
Is it worse for them? Oh shit!
It's 1:35 p.m. for me, and it's 6:35 a.m. for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's tough. It's tough.
That's tough. But big up my boy Leroy, man. And yeah, we got some videos here. We got some videos that we put together, and yeah, we're gonna go through the panel, see what they think, get the takes on it, and we're gonna hit the first one. Go.
Amanda Nunes' confidence she'll reclaim her title from Kayla Harrison. The fight isn't official yet, but it's looking like that's the matchup next. In an interview with MMAfighting.com, Nunes said the next thing is end new. I'm gonna hear it once again. Isn't that crazy? If you guys think about that. Honest, I'm gonna get my belt back, and you're gonna view me again, and I'm gonna tell you, remember I told you, I'm getting my belt back, so I'm gonna do that. Hoping it's this year for sure. I'm gonna talk to Dana and see. I'm ready to go. I'm healthy, I'm training, I'm ready to go. Brazil, in my city, in Vegas, whatever. I want my belt back.
We're kicking it off with Amanda Nunes psyching herself up for this fight here. I mean, back then, I'm being honest. Before, I had in my mind that maybe Amanda was just going to walk in and just, you know, move to Harrison, Kayla Harrison, and take it. But I'm not. The closer it's getting, and the possibility of that happening, I'm not so sure no more, man. Magdane, like, do you think it's as easy as, you know, her saying, "Yeah, I want my belt back. I'm just gonna go in there and take it"? Do you think it's as easy as that, bro?
It's definitely not as easy as that, but does she have a chance? Yes, she does. Yeah, I mean, depends on, I suppose it all depends on how much she's been training, how much she wants it, and how much she wants to get in there and put it all on the line one more time. You know what I mean? But you can never count out Amanda Nunes, brother. You know what I mean? She's an absolute legend. GOAT of women's MMA.
I mean, yeah, this is a true case of maybe, as it applies to me, you almost have forgot. Maybe I forgot what because she hasn't been around for a minute. You know, I've been seeing Kayla doing what she's doing, at least in that division. Maybe it's a case of amnesia for me. What do you think? Do you think she just goes in there? I'm not so sure she just takes that belt from Kayla Harrison, bro.
I don't think she just takes it from Kayla Harrison because we've seen what Kayla Harrison's done. We've seen how dominant she is, but we haven't seen
dominance MMA.
We haven't seen anyone who's as dominant as
spat that
Amanda Nunes. You would have ruined your new PC, bro. Like, you don't want to do that.
The timing on that.
Honestly, I almost spat that everywhere. This fucking guy, man.
Please continue.
But look, Amanda's an absolute nasty, bro. But Amanda, that's what she said. Amanda is an absolute beast. We've seen what she's done. We know her legacy. But if you look at how she lost to Pena, you know, she got choked out. Will Harrison be able to do the same? She's much stronger than Pena. She absolutely destroyed Juliana Pena. So using MMA maths, it's not going to be a walkover. But Amanda Nunes has had time to rest. Amanda Nunes has one opponent to focus on, one thing to focus on. And we know 50% of your game is mental. The other 50% is skill. They both have the 50% skill. So the question is, who comes in there mentally prepared? I think Harrison might just be more prepared because she hasn't had this long layoff, having to get back to whatever fitness is, having to get back into media and all that stuff. So, you know, it's going to be a tough one, but I don't think it's going to be a walkover for Amanda Nunes. I think it's going to be one of those where it's going to come down to fight week, who had the best prep, who shows up best at the press conference, because we don't know who's going to say to upset someone. So for me, it comes down to fight week on who's going to win that fight and whether it'll be a walkover or not. But it's not going to be that easy for Nunes in this instance, although I'm rooting for Nunes because I love Amanda Nunes.
The question is, Yao, are you fapping to that one or nah?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, come on.
Hey, shout out Gravy.
You see my links, bro. Come on.
Hey, Jax, I mean, what you got on this whole situation here with Nunes and Harrison, especially not because Kayla Harrison's first showing, I went to impress like that. You know what I mean? It looked like she struggled a little bit. It's almost reminiscent of Shafkat's fight. I can't remember who Shafkat fought, but it was like lackluster. You just didn't see the regular Shafkat, and that could have been the same case here for Kayla Harrison. Yeah, Ian Gary. Yeah, you know, that could have been the same case here for Kayla Harrison, and then she went and looked so impressive in the follow-up fight, and I'm thinking, I mean, Amanda's been out for a minute, but we know how good she is. Maybe I'm forgetting how good she is, but we know she got that power and that, man. I don't know. I mean, what's your take on it? How do you see that fight panning out, brother?
Man, there's so many variables to this fight. You got Nunes is being away. Harrison, I mean, what's her striking really like? If she doesn't get Amanda down, what do we see there? If Amanda does get down, what's her cardio like? That's the only reason that she lost to Juliana the first time. And then Harrison looked amazing against Juliana, but Juliana is garbage. So, there's so many variables. And the biggest variable of them all, and I made a video about this, is what happens after this. Whoever wins, then the division immediately goes back to being dog shit. So, I mean, after we do this fight, which is a massive fight, I'm going for Nunes too, just for legacy and who she is. I want to see her win that belt. But then she goes back to fighting cans. So,
retires again.
Yeah.
And then where are we at?
I mean, Olin, what do you think? What do you think the payday of something like this could be? Especially like Magdalene just said, she could well retire again after this fight. But Jax made a point. Looking at that division, if Nunes wins and she hangs around, she's already beat everybody, right? Kayla Harrison, on the other hand, she's kind of new. So maybe a couple of new fights might keep that division alive. Because you're not wrong. That division is on live support right now, bro. So what's your take on it, brother?
You guys might not like this. I'm going to disagree on all fronts. I think personally, I think Harrison wins the fight. I think this fight goes the way that a larger, stronger, more prime Ronda Rousey would go against Amanda Nunes. And I think that she ends up getting grapple fucked, for lack of better words. But if I'm wrong,
Amanda go grappling as well, though.
She does. But she hasn't fought in years. And she also is not sparring with people that are using 4-ounce gloves. And I see in my chat and your chat alike that, Amanda Nunes is the superior striker. Kayla Harrison has great grappling, but the striking equals bad. I've seen that exact comment on Twitter, on our chat today, etc. Bad form striking does not equate to bad striking. Exhibit A would be Dricus Du Plessis, folks. Like, if you think that not having proper form and your technique of striking is going to lose you fights, I would advise you to go watch a fight catalog of one Dricus Du Plessis. There are others, but he's the first one that comes to mind because it's surface level, right? He's literally fighting in 2 weeks or a week and a half for the belt. Now, the other thing that came to mind is you guys said there's nobody really for Amanda Nunes to fight that's new. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. If Big Norm, a.k.a. Norma Dumont, goes out there and puts a hurting on Raquel Pennington, that's a person that could really compete with Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison. She's got great grappling. She has unexpected power. And her cardio, I mean, you can say it hasn't been tested. I would say she hasn't had a reason for it to be. So, that's a good fight. And she's literally fighting in a number one contender spot right now. I don't think this division's as washed as people think it is. Do I think it's shallow? Absolutely. I would say it's the second worst division in the UFC currently. Second only to heavyweight, which has fucking 35 on the roster. 34 if you equate for the loss of Martin Buday, who was 7-1. But yeah, I genuinely think Harrison should win this fight. She has more recent fights. Has she looked as world breaker-ish or dominating as Amanda Nunes? No, not at all. But Amanda Nunes was winning these fights 2, 3, 4 years ago. The division has changed. If you drop GSP into the middleweight division or the welterweight division, does he dominate currently today? I mean, I'd like to say probably he'd beat 4 out of the top 5, but I simply don't know because the divisions have changed so much. I'm curious what you guys think of that.
Yeah, I mean, look, Kraken, for someone that's repping PFL, Harrison's just gone from PFL into the UFC.
Yeah.
And at the time Amanda was retiring, they were almost trying to put that fight together then. Now, what I'm giving her credit for, Lord forgive me for what I'm about to say. what I'm gonna give her credit for, this is this is reminiscing of when Jones was asked to fight Francis, and for some reason we still didn't see that fight. Amanda's come back to the table, and she wants that belt.
Yeah,
and she's put pen to paper. That fight's gonna happen. Now I'm giving her credit for that because again, people are talking. Everybody on the panel is talking about the time that they've come up. I mean, she's been out for. So with Kayla Harrison coming from PFL into the UFC and being the champion now, do you think she dominates and takes care of that and start looking after that division now? Kraken?
Personally, man, I think I would say Kayla Harrison is gonna wipe the floor with Amanda Nunes. You know, because I personally think Amanda Nunes is sort of like her prime has already passed. You know, yes, she's been dominating, but like it's kind of the same thing as like, yes, I'm sorry to say this, but he's giving like Amanda Nunes is kind of like Dustin Poirier, you know, currently. I know. He's about to give me shit. I know. Listen,
you're
bro.
disrespectful right now to the works.
You know
what I mean? That's
Amanda Nunes is her best performance are past her personally, you know, and I think Kayla Harrison at the moment she is where Amanda Nunes used to be, right? When she fought Ronda Rousey, you know, that's where she is currently, Kayla Harrison, and it's kind of that thing that obviously Ronda Rousey went away to do all those movies, then she came back, right? And then Amanda Nunes did what to her, you know? So I think it's kind of going to be the same thing, you know, because also ring rust plays a huge role because Kayla's been active, right? Kayla's been active, and
you
Amanda
know some
Nunes
fighters
is
that are like great fighters though. I'm
True.
gonna challenge you on that. Ring rust don't mean nothing to those sort of people.
Give us one.
Amanda falls into that category, in my opinion.
Okay, true that. The same thing as I would say who? Max Holloway, I would say. You know, the same thing as Max Holloway, but then there's an Ilia Topuria, you know, who just knocks you the fuck out. You know, there's an Ilia Topuria, there's a boogeyman. And bro, we know Kayla Harrison looks like she's on a horse beef, you know. She looks like she's on horse beef, and she's like she's currently as jacked as Alistair Overeem, because like Alistair Overeem stopped being on the juice, you know. So Kayla Harrison is jacked, bro. And Amanda Nunes, her one thing that she had going for her is that she looked like a really huge lesbian. You know, she looked like a really huge lesbian when she fought Ronda Rousey. And currently, we have a Vanderlei Silva in a dress and heels again. And
she knocked the last one out though.
Like, come on, man. Let me cook, okay? Let me cook.
Leroy is gonna kill me, bro.
Yeah, let this man cook. He's been put to sleep 3 times in the last 24 hours.
Bro, like, but yeah, man, you know, it's that exact same thing, you know. It's like
Bro's lucky Kayla Harrison doesn't still fight for the PFL.
Am I mad?
You would see her and she would see you.
I would say I think this is our time as PFL to show the UFC that we have people that are on the same
Listen
caliber.
to this, brother. I love it. I love it. It's like we,
hey, man.
Me and the boys.
Yeah, this we as the PFL, man. Like, you know, there's levels to this game, gents. There's levels to this game. I came into the show a broke boy who had nothing but a dream. Look at
now
me
I'm a
now,
broke boy.
boys. Look at me now.
Just a broke boy with a
You done
dream
made
and
a
some
name
headgear.
for yourself. Hey, Kraken done made a name for himself. Congratulations.
Ja
I made
Ja
it.
ruled the PFL.
Hey, we fuck with it, man. We fuck with it. Salute. Okay, let's go on to the next topic. And hey, that thing you always say, Olin. Did you look at my fucking script? Did you see my homework? Like you dip into that a little bit, and now we're going to talk about it, bro. Let's see the video.
Reinier de Ridder explains why it would be more difficult to prepare for Dricus Du Plessis than Khamzat Chimaev. Dricus is set to defend the middleweight title against Khamzat at UFC 319. In an interview with MMA Junkie, RDR said he would be an easier guy to prepare for. Not that he's an easier fight, but he's more of a typical style. I can bring a couple of Dagestanis and a couple of Chechens who wrestle pretty similar to Khamzat. He boxes pretty cleanly. It's not that special in a sense that it's not as weird as Dricus is. It would be harder to prepare for Du Plessis, but if Chimaev wins, he might be the bigger name. If there's one guy who's hard to study, it's him. He doesn't do the same thing twice. He's so awkward, so unpredictable. I need more time studying him. He does a lot of awkward stuff, and I sparred him a couple of years ago at Killcliff, and what really stands out is the way he kicks.
Olin, a lot of some of the points that you made earlier on, it's right there. But I'm going to come to Yao first. Yao, in that video there, you heard RDR talking about, obviously, it just came off beating Bobby Knuckles by split decision. But he's saying, out of Khamzat and DDP, DDP is the hardest to study for, to prepare for, and this is something that you've kind of been challenged. I wish Cross was here, but maybe Jax that works with Cross on crosswalk can defend Cross on some of the points when it comes to Khamzat, because I'm going to come to you next when Yao's been on this one. But Yao, what are you saying to the whole point of DDP very, very, very difficult to study for?
So it's literally he's echoing what I've been saying. And the issue with Khamzat is predictability. Why? Because he's so good at what he does that if you're DDP, and very specifically DDP, because how DDP preps is not just to be the best within himself, but to beat the best and to prep for the best. So because I've seen Khamzat's training, it's pretty run of the mill. So it's going to be fairly easy. And we heard, forget RDR, we had Khabib saying to Khamzat that Khamzat should actually come out and box DDP for the first few rounds, because when he goes to championship rounds, if he starts with the wrestling, it might not go his way. But that's really the thing, is Khamzat is, let's call it two-dimensional. He can strike, but we've seen what happened to him when he strikes only. If you look at Usman and if you look at his fight against Gilbert Burns, we've seen him on the ground. We've seen him ragdolling Kevin Holland. We've seen him breaking Robert Whittaker's face. But unfortunately, there's not too much more to his game. He's really good at what he does, but DDP can easily prep for those two aspects of his game. So it's exactly what RDR is saying. It's not that diverse, so it's easy to prep for. That's the thing. Not easy to beat, but easy to prep for. Whereas when you're going up against Dricus, you look at his fight against Derek Brunson. What was that? You look at his fight against Robert Whittaker. Oh, okay. Look at his fight against Izzy. None of those are the same. How do you then prep for that as his opponent? So I agree 100% with RDR. That's the thing, is it's not easy to prep for DDP because you don't know what he's going to do. Whereas Khamzat, look, great at what he does, fantastic fighter, but 2 or 3 dimensional, whereas Dricus is an entire matrix that you have to look at and try and figure out, is he going to fall on top of me by mistake? Is he going to trip me whilst he's falling down? Or is he actually going to take me down? Is he going to hit me? Or is he going to swing in the air like a crazy person? Like, you don't know what DDP is going to do. And that really is the secret behind why I think he's going to absolutely, not destroy, but beat Khamzat convincingly, is for that reason. So I agree 100% with RDR. And that for me is the main thing when I consider this fight.
Jax, maybe you can make a case for Khamzat here, because Yao was very, very compelling in what he just said there. I mean, with Khamzat, do you think it's a case of, yeah, you might be good at one thing, but there are some people that are so good at that one thing, there ain't nothing you can do about it, and they just get it done. We're seeing football, in other sports, they're just so good at it. You prepare all you want, and they're still gonna do what they're gonna do.
There's a lot of that. Yeah. There's a lot of that when it comes to Chimaev. Like when it comes to
I dumped it. Sorry, Lane. I'm so pissed off. Hey, I can't believe you're dirty for that, Lane. Dirty.
You know,
dirty.
Dude, that's what she do. That's what she do.
You're dirty,
but
man.
When it comes to what RDR said, as far as like the complexity of DDP's game, he's kind of got ADD MMA type of situation going on where you don't know what he's gonna do, and that definitely adds to his game. I would agree with that. That he's difficult to prepare for because there's no pattern to what he's doing. But on the flip side, we've seen people who are dominant in certain aspects, and we've seen what Khabib did, and that's really the blueprint. You know what he's gonna do. You know what he's gonna come and hit you with. Can you stop it? And a lot of times there's no type of preparation. I mean, even this person on my shirt, he knew what Khabib was going to do, and he just couldn't stop it. And that's where Chimaev's the preparation for Chimaev comes in. If you can't stop it, that's another level of being difficult to prepare for. So if I were Cross, that's what I would say.
I think Cross will be proud of you, bro.
I feel like Cross is like recharging for 2 weeks.
Cross will be proud of you, bro.
Bear smoke. I reckon that's what's going on here. That's why we ain't seeing him. That's why he's not in the chat. He's waiting until it's fight week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
I mean, look,
heavy.
If he watches on playback and he sees that, I'm sure he'll be proud of what Jack said there. But I'm sure Olin's got something different to say about all of this, man. Hit us with this, Olin.
Yeah, man. I mean, when it comes like the original clip you played, like RDR is 100% correct. Training for somebody like DDP is very, very different and unconventional, right? Training for somebody like a Khamzat Chimaev, exactly as Jax alluded to, you know exactly what he's going to do. You know the game plan. So you want to bring in high-level grapplers, right? Like, I'll be honest, the guys that I see Khamzat training with are not the types of guys that I would necessarily bring into my camp to train with. And I know we have a clip to go over later on about that, but we'll get into that as that comes. When it comes to DDP more specifically, though, like he is an absolute bully. Like, dude, kick him in the head. Literally just put it in the chat. DDP is like a school playground bully. It's a fact. Like the way that he comes in there, he just seems like he's there to take your lunch money, not to beat you in a fight, to embarrass you. Like real talk. I know it's a joke, but it's real shit, bro. Like he's literally beating you up like he's there to take your lunch money and kind of punk you, for lack of better words. Like he's done it to all the guys that he's fought. He's lost 13 minutes of a 15-minute fight and somehow come out on top, right? We've seen it happen. The guy is unconventional. The guy is the type of dude, like if you watch football, whether it's NFL or soccer, right? If Arsenal's down by 3 goals and there's 2 minutes left in the game, you're turning off the television or you're crying for the last 2 minutes. I know this to be true because I've watched Nottingham Forest games. If you're watching a Saints game and they're down by 2 touchdowns and there is a minute left, you are turning off the television. There's nothing an onside kick or the best play in the fucking world can do. You're going to watch your boys fucking lose. The reason we love this sport, the reason we tune into this more than anything else is because you could be down 14 minutes and 55 seconds out of a 15-minute fight and win that shit. All it takes is one fucking shot. We saw it with Leon Edwards in a 25-minute fight. Dude was down 24 minutes. Boom, headshot, dead. And then he becomes a fucking celebrity.
I got to stop you now.
No, you can't stop him. That's the most relevant example.
That's a fact, big dog. No. You don't like. Look, as Khabib says this, I know you don't like this, but he smashed your boy.
This is number one bullshit. First, you put your mouth on Arsenal, and then you start talking about fucking Usman. Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
I'm not taking shots at you, bro. I'm just using relevant fucking things that I know will land. These are hot. Hey, if you I called out NFFC too, bro.
Them shots are fucking. Yeah, no,
Bro,
they do.
Nottingham lost both their friendlies too so far, bro. It's not a one-way traffic situation, big dog. I promise you, like, misery loves company, and we're both there.
Kraken, talk about kicking the man while he's down. Go on. Yeah.
Hey, man, yeah, like we said, man, because like I've been seeing like Chimaev bringing in like Olympic level grapplers, you know, like really Olympic level grapplers trying to like I would think there's nothing really he can add on to his current dominant style of fighting, you know, like by bringing in elite level grapplers. So it's like the one thing he should be doing is trying to, I would say, prepare for a slug fight with Dricus, you know, prepare for a slug fight with Dricus, because, bro, Dricus is just so unconventional. It's like, who do you get to train for somebody like that? You know, who do you get to train for somebody like that? Because, like, if you see the difference between the two fighters that are from the camp, the CIT camp, right, which is Cameron Simon and Dricus Du Plessis, right? The more technical fighter loses, which is Cameron Simon, right? He's like, when you see him throwing kicks, when you see him throwing punches, he's just so meticulous that you expect somebody like him to win, but he does not, right? But then we have that drunken fool fighting style of Dricus where he trips and he falls and he gets a takedown, and you're like, wait, what? You know, personally, I think Chimaev is scared, to be honest, because it's like, okay, as time goes, it's like, am I prepared enough? You know, are you prepared enough? Because you wonder what the hell is this?
I need to.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Yeah, I would say that the wolf is scared, man. Like, you can quote me on that. You can quote me on that. The wolf is scared, you know, because, like, bro, like, how do you prepare for Dricus? You know, that's the one thing, because everybody has been like underestimating him. That's why they call Dricus the champion that should never have been. You know. Yeah, he's still smoking.
Since you've been in the CIT,
yeah,
echo there. I don't know where that echo's coming from. Hold on.
It was me.
Since you've been in CIT, and you know what's kind of going on over. How is Dricus preparing for Khamzat though? Because everybody's been talking about how you gotta prepare for Dricus. What about Dricus preparing for Khamzat? What is he doing to prepare for what Khamzat is going to bring to the table?
First of all, immediately before the fight was even announced, Dricus had guys not shaving their beards so that they could imitate Chimaev, you know. So he had guys not shaving their beards so that he can imitate. They could imitate Chimaev. So Dricus has been waiting for this. He knew this, you know, because like I remember. Like, I've been saying this ever since, I don't know, like 2 years ago, you know.
If you go take a look at Jaco right now, he's going to look like Chimaev. Jaco Du Plessis?
I would say
he kind of does.
I would say, because like, because like I saw Jaco yesterday. I saw Jaco yesterday. He didn't shave his beard, you know, and you can see that like these guys have been. It's all about the mind, man. If it's all in the mind, yeah. But like I've been saying, bro, like what I love about the CIT camp, and with the thing that makes me that much confident is that like there's a picture of Coach Mornay Fissa with Dricus with Khamzat Chimaev, right? They took a picture. I think they were in Abu Dhabi when it was Fight Island, right? And there's the quote was, I remember the quote really well. The quote was, I told him we are going to mur him, right? Which basically translates into, I told him we're gonna beat him up, right? And that was the the picture, and it was Chimaev, Dricus, and Coach Mornay. So these guys have been preparing for him. It's not like now that like because he's fighting for him, he's fighting with him. He's Dricus has been preparing for him. He knew that Chimaev was going to come, because obviously while Chimaev was at welterweight, Dricus was from welterweight. He was from welterweight before he came into middleweight. So it was inevitable that Dricus was going to fight Chimaev. So personally, these guys have been preparing for him. So I would say everybody has been saying that, what if Dricus survives the first round, right? What if Dricus takes Chimaev out in the first round?
For me, it's what if Chimaev survives the first round, because we know how strong and powerful DDP is. So will he survive the first round, and then will he make it to championship rounds? That's really my question.
Those are difficult questions to ask right now. I mean, back then,
glazing, bro. I'm fucking sick to death of the glazing. I just want to see the fucking fight so we can shut up with this bum ass conversation that all you motherfuckers keep talking about the same fucking point. Dricus this, Khamzat that. Let's just see the dude.
One of the biggest fights. It's one of the biggest fights. The fight's coming up. The fight's getting closer.
With his hands
the
behind
fight's
his
getting
back.
closer. So
trying to catch it in his mouth and shit. You know what I mean? Like.
Now I'm gonna squeeze it like.
Are you gonna say something about? You gonna say something about the
DDP's gonna weather the storm for that first round. DDP is strong as shit. Yes, he is fucking predictable. You don't know what he's gonna do. Khamzat is super strong. The grappling is obviously always the first threat in the first round. Where's it gonna go? How's it gonna go? I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm leaning DDP.
The thing is,
the same thing with Whittaker. Whether that first round, the fight's yours.
But we've seen him at least do 3 rounds.
I don't see how
top fighters.
Yeah,
been 3 rounds
with
with
Gilbert
Usman.
Burns, and they
And
almost
Burns.
both beat him.
But he's done 3 rounds. It's at least lasted
This
3
is
rounds.
5 rounds.
People are wondering about
This is 5 rounds, son. It's a championship fight. What are you talking 3 rounds for?
I wanted 5 rounds. I didn't get 5 rounds. So I'm talking.
Is he beating DDP over 5 rounds? No.
I wanted 5 rounds. I didn't get 5 rounds. So I'm just talking 3 rounds. 3 rounds is where I'm at right now. But you know what I mean? We wanted 5 rounds. They didn't give it to us. We asked for 5 rounds.
Bum no knees. Usman almost lost in 3 rounds. Gilbert Burns battered that boy left, right, and center after getting dominated in that first round. Like, it's inevitable that DDP is going to win this fight unless Khamzat can get it done in the first.
Okay.
I think he's got 7 minutes.
In heaven.
Fucking guy did. Showing your age there, big guy.
DDP's in that closet perking him up.
We have another clip here that Leroy's put together here, but this one is more about RDR, and we're gonna come to Jax and get his take on this. When we hear this, let's go.
Bahio gave his take on Reinier de Ridder's split decision win over Robert Whittaker. He doesn't think RDR is in the middleweight title picture just yet. In an interview with Submission Radio, Kaio said that was a very, very close fight, but I think Whittaker didn't do enough to win this fight. I think de Ridder actually won the fight even if it was close, but I don't think this is a fight that makes him a backup or in a position to be coming for the belt, or even the loser of Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. There are at least 3 other guys in front of him in the division. There's Anthony Hernandez, there's me, there's Brendan Allen with 12 wins at middleweight, there's Nasruddin Imavov, there's a lot of other guys in front of him. He just beat Bo Nickel and then he beat Whittaker. But to be honest, Whittaker wasn't even there. I feel like Whittaker is kind of in his last fights, and he wasn't there in the moment. He wasn't present. He was too pressured. You could see it in his face. It's not like you're winning over the Whittaker we know. You're winning over the Whittaker we've never seen before. So it doesn't put him in the position to go for the title or anything like that. I think he needs at least 2 more fights. And don't get me wrong, the guy is doing great work. He's finishing his fights. He's very good on the ground. But I don't think he passed through some prime guys in the UFC in the top 10.
Hey, Jax.
Yeah.
Do you, I mean, number one, looking at that fight with RDR and Whitaker, obviously went to split decision, and to get split decision sometimes is a really tough fight that gets you a decision like that, or you ain't that much better than the other guy. Anyways, it's why you had the split decision. So do you agree with Borao there that RDR shouldn't even be anywhere near title conversations right now?
I think that he's just as valid as Cabarajo. And here the reason being is, well, who has Barajo beat? He beat Jared Cannonier, which you could argue the same things that he's saying about Robert Whitaker. And Robert Whitaker beat Jared Cannonier. So if anything, it might be the inverse. I think they're at about the same point. Now, mind you, Jared Cannonier, not Jared Cannonier, but Cabarajo's been in the UFC longer. So I think he's 7-0, where De Ridder is 4-0. But if you aggregate everything out and look who they beat, it's about the same. I think that it really comes down to timing and who was available. And that's why De Ridder got the nod over that. Now, Barajo can, make that different by beating Imavov. But for him to say that De Ridder doesn't belong, he would have to be saying that he doesn't belong either.
I mean, he's definitely not counting himself out of that list, because he's putting himself in the list of people that's above RDR. I mean, Olin, do you think, despite the fights that RDR has won in the UFC, we've seen the UFC with a new fighter that they bring in, and if he gets a couple, wins under his belt, they tend to push him if they really like him. Do you get that feeling with RDR with the UFC, or is it just another fighter that they just tentatively trying to see what it brings to the table? Or do you think they really like him like that to really give him that push?
I do think they like him like that to give him that push, and it's honestly, it's just cause, right? Like, they're at the end of the day, like, they're a marketing machine, the UFC, and they're trying to do what's best for the dollar's sake. And what's best for the dollar's sake is for them to give the shot to RDR, because he was a former one championship champion. He defended that belt multiple times, and then he made his way to the UFC. And I'll admit, Jax took a lot of my talking points, took a lot of the meat off the bone. One guy's got 4 fights, the other guy's got 7 and 1 grappling fight since being in the UFC. And I mean, they're both pretty much undefeated inside the UFC. So you got to give them at least a similar level of respect in that vein. But at the same time, like, who have they beat, right? Again, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, Paul Craig, Abus Magomedov, and Jared Cannonier is your last 4 versus Robert Whitaker, Bo Nickel, Kevin Holland, and Gerald Meerschaert. Like, if you beat Gerald Meerschaert, it's a guaranteed top 10 or top 15 fight. If you beat Kevin Holland, it's a guaranteed top 5 fight. If you beat the shiny new toy like Bo Nickel, it's a guaranteed title contender fight, which is what we got between Robert Whitaker and Reinier de Ridder. I do think they're trying to push him, man. And I think it makes a lot of sense too. But who do I think gets the win? I don't think we know until we actually see how the Caio Borralho fight plays out. Because if Caio goes out there and wins a dominant decision or a boring decision, anything in between, he does not get pushed over RDR. It's simple facts. But if he goes out there and he gets a first or second round finish, if he does something flashy, if he makes like a very, very lasting impression in this fight, he gets pushed over RDR. And I also think there's something to stake in the fact of how much damage they take, right? RDR did not take a ton of damage in that fight against Robert Whitaker. So if Caio comes out here and gets a second round finish, but he gets abused in the first 6-7 minutes of that fight, they're going to take whoever the fresher fighter is. And that will probably be RDR. So it's just a lot of unknown variables. And Caio really has to go out there and dominate this fight in the first 5 to 6 minutes.
Before I move on to cracking people, salute to every single one of you that's watching us live, whether you're watching on playback as well. Make sure you're following the guys on the panel, the Rambling Dad, Kick Them in the Head. We got Making the Walk, we got MMA Normally, and we got Elite Spot Slap, Aga the Kraken. Make sure you're going to follow his page. And there's some of the other guys as well. S-Dogs MMA, he's not here right now, but go check out his page as well. Crossover MMA, salute to him over there making a move. Salute to you, brother. So make sure you're following all the guys that runs with us around here, man. Salute.
Kick him there.
Kraken, let me come to you. Do you think RDR is ready? Because he's talking about Dricus. That if he's talking about it, that means he's been working on Dricus and learn about it. Do you think, from what Olin is saying there, that UFC really likes him like that, and maybe they're pushing him?
PFL's calling right now.
Hey,
yo.
The money call. Is that the money call?
Just give me a sec.
We need you.
All right. Back then, we'll let you run with.
Did he just break character right now? He took the headgear off. Oh my gosh! I feel like we're seeing a superhero unmasked.
Yeah.
Took off the cowl.
When the money call comes in, man, you gotta break character, bro. You know what I mean? Serious.
It's all business now, though. Yeah, I've never heard Kraken talk business before. I bet he's straight as shit right now. You know what I mean?
Do you think UFC, like Olin was saying, that they could be maybe be pushing him and being in his ear to go towards Dricus, because, like I said, he's already been talking about Dricus.
But I don't think
how awkward it is to train against.
I don't think they're in his ear to push towards Dricus. I think he's more than aware of where he's at in his career right now, and that he's only just got into the UFC, and that's where they'll be pushing for it to happen. He's not. I'm not going to say he. Yes, the kids are sleeping now. Thanks for asking. Look at him trying to like not move his lips whilst he's talking. I feel like they're pushing it because they're like, right, this is a
don't discredit his dreams of being a ventriloquist, McDade. That's rude.
He's got some work to do. So I feel like they're pushing it a little bit, not to tell him to go out and be in people's faces about it. That's literally just him wanting to go for it himself, which all fighters should be. If you're going to be a fighter, you're going to get a couple of wins under your belt. You want to go for you want to go for the belt. You know what I mean? So, but I think from the UFC's point of view, that's the boy that they brought in from another promotion. They've got to make it work, because there's been a few of them that have come in that haven't done too well. You know what I mean? And he is currently winning fights. So why not push him and get it there before his career's over? Before he ends up like the Robert Whittaker he's talking about.
Yao's back. You back, Yao?
I hope so.
Yeah. You got something on this RDR situation? Do you think it could be it could be getting the machine pushing him towards the title contention, and perhaps if DDP gets through this fight with Khamzat, we could be talking about RDR next.
Look, I'm hoping we see Du versus De, because that'll be the first Dutch fight that you'll ever see. Yes, I know Dricus is South African, but he's still a flying Dutchman. Like, I want to see that fight. MMA Twitter is calling it the goofiest MMA fight that'll ever happen. And I definitely want to see that fight. And I think him being where he is definitely the right thing. Shout out, Tab. Because he's a former champion. So it gives credence to DDP's record. But also, as a former champion, we saw how Kayla Harrison got, I wouldn't call it fast-tracked, but she got there very quickly. And he is winning his fights. He is beating former champions in Robert Whittaker. So, yeah, he should be in that conversation. Kyle Borralho has not beaten the type of names that he's beaten, nor is he a former champion from a championship like one. So I think, yeah, push RDR. He is there. He is an older fighter, so he doesn't have that much time. And like Juice Man said, he better lose himself in it before this time is up. It's time to get it. And I am 100% with him there. Du versus D, it's coming, and that's going to be a fun fight.
Yeah, man. That could be something that's potential.
But I agree with Jax. DDP knocks out RDR.
I personally think, like Kyle Borralho was saying, even though Jax did say they're about the same, and sometimes, your competitor could still be telling the truth, even though the truth might apply to him too. But he's still telling the truth. I think RDR needs a few more fights, couple more fights, or something like that to even be in a conversation of talking to Dricus. In my opinion, especially if Dricus is still the champion. So I think he's got work to do. But it's on a good path. His work is impressive.
He was a double champion at one, though.
Jax is a menace for that comment. I'm sorry.
I think Jax's comments are the most underrated thing on the show.
2 versus D. Sounds like 2 special needs kids fighting. It kind of is.
Hey, true, man. Yeah, but it's true. It's true. Jax ain't wrong about that. Man. But look, we got a couple more videos here that I want to get your takes on, and this one is one of the ones I was talking to you guys about in the chat. And I said to Olin that you and McDane are going to be proud of this one. And I hope when you've heard the video to the end, you find it in your soul to take on a new train of thought.
I would like
about
to
what
say
we're about to hear.
one thing though. From here on out, you call me and Owen the double stuff brothers.
Jon Jones shuts down the idea of a potential fight against Fedor Emelianenko.
Listen, you know that card in White House. Yeah? Are you a participant? Are you doing something? I'd like to be. I'm working towards it. Listen to this. If that's not happening, I've got an alternative for you. Red Square. Would you like it to happen in the Red Square?
I'm contractually obligated to the UFC for
Okay. Now, listen, if we agree with Dana White, listen, we will bring you to the Red Square as an alternative to the White House card, obviously. Dana, I'll speak to you, my friend. And we get someone like Fedor Emelianenko, 2 boxers. 2 all.
No one wants to see Fedor and I fight. I don't want to fight Fedor. I absolutely love Fedor, and he's been one of my big idols for a very long time.
Are you the kind of guy, if you love the guy, you don't want to fight?
Yeah, it was the same way with Anderson Silva, These guys inspired me in my youth. That'll never change.
This man is a very, very nice guy. True legend, true fighter, and very good human being. Brother, thank you.
And that's...
I've never
you hear that,
so many
Olin?
lies.
True fighter, true human being, true legend, incredible man. Yeah, Olin, McDane, that one there, that last part there was for you lot to listen to.
Why are you bringing up
maybe
shit, bro?
No. This ain't me. Shout out to Full Mount MMA. They got this. I'm deflecting, brother.
I just cut the clip for this purpose alone.
Shout out to Full.
He's all, don't shoot the messenger. It wasn't even me.
Moving like Ali Abdullah.
He's all, I didn't make the clip. I just chose and curated it.
They fuck with us, my friend of the show. Man. Shout out to Full Mount MMA. Salute to them. But listen to that clip there. Forget that last part there. That was just tongue in cheek with what that guy there was saying about Jones. I'm like, boy, there's so many people that disagrees with you about what he just said about. Fair play to you. But shutting down the fight against a Fedor, would you say Jones is real by saying, he's going to be out of respect more than out of fear?
No, more of out of entertainment purposes. Like, who wants to watch Jon Jones versus Fedor at the White House?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, it's probably going to be the biggest card that ever gets made, and is like as Dana White said, it's going to be bigger than Sphere.
And Fyodor Emelianenko is 48 years of age.
48.
Jon Jones is in his 30s.
That's
fuck off. That's how you say his name. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Sorry, bro.
I felt bad that the dude's asking a professional fighter like Jon Jones that question, and he's asking a question about a fighter in which the name he doesn't even know how to pronounce. Like, it's Fyodor Emelianenko, the last fucking emperor, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever grace any form of mixed martial arts fighting, folks. Fyodor. Was that a Game of Thrones? Fucking Like reach.
Field the door.
Field the door.
Field the door.
I love you and hate you at the same time, McDaniel. And never has that held more true than right now in this moment. No, I think he is being respectful, and it's one of the very few times that he is being respectful. He gave grace to the last emperor. Like, he knows what he is. He knows who he is. And he also knows that if they were both 35 years of age, Fedor would probably dog walk him. Like, with all due respect, like, I don't like Jon Jones as a person, but as a mixed martial artist, I respect the absolute fuck out of the guy. I think he's incredible. He's a menace. He's terrifying. If there was somebody I would not want to fight inside of the octagon or inside of a sparring match even, I would probably tell you top 5 is, like, Jon Jones is always going to be in that list of I don't want to do it. Right? Because I feel like even in sparring,
your pinky finger.
he just seems like a dick. Right? Like, you look at the way he shoulder torques people and stuff, like, it's just like, oh man, he probably trains that in sparring. Like, there's no way that comes out that clean in a match without doing it to someone that you respect and train with. So yeah, I do think it was respectful for him to say that, but I agree with McDane. Like, nobody wants to see a 48-year-old fighting at the White House. We want to see young bucks out there who are in their fight prime, able to go 25 minutes across every fight, even if it's a 15-minute fight. And that's my 2 cents.
I just want to say,
still not a Jon Jones fan at all.
I love this camera angle of Yao.
I thought that might change your mind, but
keyboard, like, it's like he's like the Bruce Almighty of the fucking panel.
For real.
Brother,
exactly
I don't even
right
watch
about
NBA, and I'll tell you, I like your hat and respect your hat more than I respect Jon Jones. Okay, Ola?
Fair play.
Chicago Bulls.
I mean, Jax, you got
Was that a Boston accent, McDane?
You got something on this?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Nah, man. I mean, John played it right, which he doesn't normally do when it comes to speaking, but he played it right. I mean, he gave respect where respect was due. Nobody wants to see that. And John, if they do that ridiculous card at the White House, he's not going to be on it. So, you know, I guess he said the right things. I really hope that we don't see John back in the octagon, to be honest. So that's where it is with me.
Wait, quick one. Who would you rather see back in the octagon, John or Connor? Between the two, like if you had to, like a choice.
I would rather see Connor just so I could see him get knocked out again.
Let me reframe the question here, Jax. If you could see Conor McGregor off cocaine or Jon Jones on picograms, who would you rather see?
I think I might say John on that one.
Do you see? This is how sales works. It's all about the reframe.
Yep. Ultimately, I would rather see neither. Neither one.
And that, Jax, is why I can't wait to share a drink with you when we fly to Texas.
As soon as he came out with Conor McGregor, I was like, oh no. And then he came out with just to see him get knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's been the case with me the whole time. I've been just waiting for him to get knocked out. That's why when he lost to Nate Diaz, I was very happy about it. When he lost to DDP, I was super happy about it.
I was at like a house party, well, not a house party, but like a watch along with a few friends, so like probably about 6 of us in the room, and there was only me and one other dude that was saying Nate Diaz was going to whoop his ass. Everybody else was riding the McNuggets train. We were like, watch and see when he won. Everybody in the room, because we had one of our friends, Ali, was like die-hard McGregor fan, like die-hard McGregor fan, sitting silent. Me and John are like, yeah, bouncing him out the living room.
Yeah.
Bro, I was pulling for Nate Diaz in both of those fights simply because I was a Dustin Poirier fan. And my best friend, Drew, who would come over every weekend for fights, was a diehard McGregor fan, like you're saying. And I couldn't, bro. Like, he rubbed it in my face for 6.5, maybe 7 years, that Dustin Poirier win. And so the Nate Diaz thing, it gave me a leg to stand on. I was like, bro, your boy got fucked by Stockton, bro. Come on.
Slap too.
Let's get it, bro.
Jose Aldo knockout.
Sorry, boys.
I
Sorry,
fucking,
boys. When PFL calls, you answer.
That's
Kraken. I say it every day of my fucking life. Anytime somebody says they're sorry, don't be sorry. Be happy, my guy.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Tell us what it was about. We're curious.
Yeah, that whole.
It was about the video. Like, should I send it to Yao or Ola so that
can we
can
put
we
it up?
play it
Can we put it up?
on the stream
Yeah,
right now?
send it
I was
to
gonna say,
me,
can we
I'll
play
put
it on the stream? Yeah.
Send it me. I'll put it up.
Hell yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
so
Send it to the Rambling Dead.
I fucking fell asleep, woke up in the morning, avoided everything all day. Like, avoided everything all fucking day. And then I get home after work, like I never looked at socials, and I walked into work saying, don't say shit to absolutely everybody. I get home from work and Mrs. goes, did you fall asleep whilst watching that last night? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, it's all right. It never lasted long. It was only about 13 seconds or something anyway. And I was just like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you.
At that point, you already knew who won, right?
Yeah, 100%. I was like, get out. I was like,
Jose's never had that kind of one-shot power, bro.
I know. I was like, get out. Just get out. As I was like, I can't believe you've just done this to me. And it honestly
It's
deflated
the one
me
time
so
in McDane's
much.
life he ever said, I need you to sleep on the couch tonight.
I just sat down and I was just like,
Yeah, I just sent the video to I just sent the link, the post.
what did you
to-
send it on?
Yeah, man.
Send it on WhatsApp.
Before you play that video, Magdalene, before you play that video,
Oh, you already sent it on WhatsApp.
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play one more video while you lot putting that together. I'm gonna play one more video and go around the table real quick.
Cool.
This is gonna be the last video of the night, guys.
That G.
The second last video. The second last video.
No, I'm on about about the top of your second last video.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
John Anik wasn't too happy with Sean O'Malley calling for a short notice fight against Corey Sandhagen. Corey is set to challenge Merab for the bantamweight title at UFC 320. Anik said it left a bad taste in his mouth and explains why he thinks it makes absolutely no sense. The official Anik and Florian podcast posted the clip to X. It says John Anik is not happy with Sean O'Malley for asking to fight Corey Sandhagen on short notice.
I love Sean O'Malley, right? But when I read that he called the UFC and asked for Corey Sandhagen on short notice in New Orleans when they needed a co-main event, it left a bad taste in me, right? Because in a championship world, right, how does a fight between the former champion O'Malley, who just came off the loss to Merab, and the number one contender Sandhagen make any sense right now? You know, I understand sometimes stars are thrusted into big spots, Ray, because the UFC needs fight. But
Yeah.
if O'Malley and Sandhagen are ever going to fight, let's not do it hastily on 3 weeks' notice, right? Because Sean's trying to sort of, you know, get a bad taste out of his mouth. Like, thankfully, like, you know, there was no sort of motion to do that. I mean, Sandhagen would only laugh if that call came in. But, you know, like, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to your attention because that just left a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing with that? You know?
Yeah, well, you get to see a guy's true colors when things aren't going as planned, and I think that's part of what you're seeing.
You know what, like Kenny, like that Aljamain Sterling Sean O'Malley fight and the timeline that happened is always going to leave a weird sort of taste in mouths of a lot of people. And this is just like, what? Like, you can try to fight Corey on like he's fighting for the title? Like, what do we do?
And that's going to wrap.
Yeah, Magdalene, might as well stick with you. Like, talking about a little snake in the grass. What's somebody trying to do there, bro? What's somebody trying to...
in the grass.
Talk to me, Magdalene. I mean...
just trying to keep himself relevant, I suppose, trying to keep his name up there going against somebody that's at the top, trying to keep his name up there against somebody who's probably about to lose a title fight, and if he can then get a fight with Corey, win it, he could potentially get the next shot again. You know what I mean? He's just trying to keep himself up there, bro, as far as I can tell from that. I don't think it's any deeper than that. Yeah, I mean, but I can understand where Anik's coming from as well. Like, no, you should be definitely like you had two cracks, bro. You lost it. You got the rematch. Then I mean, you changed everything in your entire camp. You stopped. What was it? He said? Yeah.
He stopped jaying the peen.
That was the one. Stop jaying the peen. Stop smoking the green. Stopped making content. All of it didn't do shit for him. And here we are. You know what I mean? He needs to go away, fight a striker. He needs to stay away from some grapplers for a quick minute. Go and get his confidence back a little bit, and then try and work his way back towards it and go for a title fight when Merab isn't the champion.
I mean, yo, you leaning more towards what McDane just said, or you got alternative? You know,
Nah, I'm with McDane on this one.
He's still J in the peen, bro. Don't worry about that.
You just can't see. Look, I think O'Malley needs a few more fights, just to prove that he is still the Sean O'Malley that came up whipping people, single punch knockouts, walk-off knockouts. He hasn't had one of those in a while. He's just been grappling and scrapping. He needs to just prove that he is still that guy. So I agree with McDane. It's just not the time for him right now. Maybe if Sandhagen wins, maybe, but even then, I think we said it last week, it's just not the time to really have that fight. It could work, but nah, not for me. I'm with Anik on this one.
Jax, I mean, where Epic coming, I think that's more towards what John Anik was talking about there. And obviously, Ray Longo, it took a different dimension and said, boy, people's true colors do come out. What's your take on it?
I mean, I think Andrew in the chat said closed mouths don't get fed, but like, I mean, he's just calling for a fight, especially it's a fight that people wanted to see. A lot of people said that they want to see that fight. Now, whether he deserved it or not, that's a whole other thing. But why not shoot high and then let them talk you down to another one? If they needed a fight and you could call for the fight, then call for the best fight that you can get. You can't fight Merab, so fight the best person you can get. I get it, but I don't like John Anik keeping, talking about, taste in people's mouths. That doesn't feel right. But I will say that,
he said that quite a bit, didn't he?
He did. He kept on saying it. But I mean, I don't fault Sean for trying to get what he can get, but it's not deserved. That's for sure. I think everybody agree with that.
What about you, Olin?
Well, I mean, honestly, I watched this episode. I'm a big fan of the Anik and Florian podcast. If you watch my show, you can see by the ticker and everything about the layout of my show is heavily inspired by theirs. So yeah, I definitely watched that. And Anik, I mean, he went off on a tangent about him, right? But it is warranted to an extent. Like if you're calling out a guy on 3 weeks notice, and we all know that Corey Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley would be an absolute banger of a fight. But on 3 weeks notice, like we don't want to see that, right? Like we want to see a full camp fight between a guy that has fought Merab Dvalishvili twice, has recent wins over Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan, Marlon Chito Vera. Like, dude's an absolute beast. And then coming in against a guy with wins over Davison Figueiredo, Javi Fanch, and Marlon Chito Vera as well, and Song Yadong. I mean, all of us want to see this fight, but we also want to see this fight with a full fight camp. We don't want to see it on a quick bounce back for a Corey Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley who's training to come back with some kind of fierceness, right? I feel like it was a weak call out, and but I agree with McDane, right? Like I think he opened with saying like it's not that deep, right? And I agree with that. I don't think it goes that deep. I think it stems from Sean O'Malley is the king of the current era. And I don't mean that in facts of like he's a great fighter, he's a winner, he does this, he does that. I mean that in fact that like he's young. He understands how to resonate with the demographic. He's trying to stay relevant in a crowd in which he's just lost 2 times in a row in front of. So yeah, the way you do that is by calling out a guy whose nickname is the fucking Sandman, comes out and fights very similar to you that you think you have a striker's advantage over. But with all due respect, before I pass it over to the man to my left, I'm going to call a spade here and say with a full fight camp, I think the Sandman sings that guy a lullaby and puts him to sleep.
Raggy?
Whoa. Raggy? Ray!
Hey, that's quite a take there. What about you, Kraken? I mean,
man, like I think I told y'all that like I don't know which show I said it on. Maybe here, maybe on Head Kick. And I think I told you guys that like Shane O'Malley is a champion that never was. You know, he's a champion that never was. He's just a guy who was boosted by PR. You know, he was just boosted by PR and gone to that level of. Yes, he won a title. Yes, he beat Aljamain Sterling, but like he never had what it takes to even keep the title, because like it was more show than
multiple times. No.
Yeah, but like, that's the thing, you know. It was like just a bunch of fluke. It wasn't that impressive of a performance. You know,
walk off KOs of Luke that we saw multiple times.
Sugar Shane.
He fought what? Chito Vera? Chito Vera? Come on, bro.
What the
like,
fight?
You know this.
The fight that Sugar Sean says he didn't lose.
Sugar Shane.
No.
That's
the
the
thing,
one
bro.
fight you're gonna pull out of the sky.
No. I'm just saying, bro. Like Chito Vera,
I think that was a fluke more than the other one.
What, the second Chito Vera
Yeah,
fight?
you know?
No. The one with the bad foot where he hit the fucking nerve. That's more of a fluke.
Or did Chito just kick
like,
the fuck out of it to that point that bitch
That's
gave
more
him?
of a fluke.
That ain't no fluke, bro. But that's precision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what that kick?
Yeah.
can
So
do.
if that's precision, then the walk of KOs must be precision too. Both can be flukes.
Of course, a walk-off KO is precision.
That's,
I mean, you're
well,
precisely
that's,
aiming
that's
for a
what
certain
Kraken's
point
saying.
on the
Kraken
fucking
say they're
chin.
flukes.
And
Like,
consistently, he's done it more than once. So
Yeah, so you can't call
and
it
he
a fluke
defended
if
his
you done it
title
more than once.
multiple
You know what I
times.
mean?
So
like, listen, though, it was a can crusher.
That's how I
Shane
know I'm not a
O'Malley's
virgin.
title. Shane O'Malley's title. Yes, listen. I'm not saying Peter Yan was a can. Okay, I'm not saying Peter Yan was a can. But all I'm saying is, Shane O'Malley was set up. Okay, he was set up. Then that's why everybody was just so shocked when he accepted the Cheeto.
He lost the
Peter Yan. Yeah, the Peter Yan fight. Yeah, I saw it. You know, I saw it, and everybody said like it should have been.
Yeah,
should
so
have been
you're saying
Peter.
Sean O'Malley is like Man City. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Like, 'cause, like that's the thing. Like he's
Yeah, that nails it, to be honest.
he's just he's just, you know, I would say Shane O'Malley has his world carved up for him, you know. It's like a kid with allergies, you know. He's like a kid with allergies. Like, your parents can only protect you that far, buddy. You know, until you get stuck in a room.
You got to build that immunity at some point, big dog.
Yeah, you know, it's that. Like, at some point, you have to go to a restaurant that has nuts in it, and you're gonna have to choke on it, and you're gonna, you know. So that's the thing.
That was the craziest analogy I've ever heard in my life.
Man, I'm a philosopher.
Someday you've got to go to a restaurant.
I'm a new age
and
philosopher. Yeah, man.
Yo, so you saying wait? So you saying that Sean O'Malley was basically a paper champion, right? So
Yeah.
was Connor a paper champion?
I would say
yes.
No, because look at what he did to Aljo. You know, because he fought good fighters, though. You know, look at what he did to
Chad Mendes.
That was a fluke.
What? Like
he was losing that fight against Chad Mendes up until the moment he wasn't.
No, the Aldo one.
Plus, Chad Mendes fought on short notice.
Thank you so much, Jax. That was literally took the words right off my tongue, bro.
Today, Junior.
Brother, I can't wait to visit Scotland. We are gonna fight.
It's plagiarism.
It's
plagiarism.
It's plagiarism. Shut up.
Fucking plagiarism.
See, when I spelled it and said it, I've spelled it wrong. Oh, no. It's gonna stick. It's gonna stick.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
You came for Olin.
No, you don't.
You're a plagiarist.
Kraken,
Yeah, man,
I'm waiting on the day that the UFC come to South Africa, brother, and just see you get 2 hoodies, 2 t-shirts, and turn coat on every single fucking comment you've ever made.
Bro, trust me, bro. Like, I am definitely gonna be there when UFC comes to. But like, to be honest, man, they don't even have to come. You know, we're fine with the UFC right now because you know.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's get that video clip that Kraken sent in. If for people that don't know, he's doing some good work with PFL right now, and they got a show that's coming up. That show's going to be airing soon. Did you say it's dropping tomorrow? The pilot?
Yeah, it's dropping tomorrow. It's Ground Game. The producer just called me now and just asked me about it. You know, it was like, well, the show primarily focuses on, I would say, the ground game, because that's where the ground game of like a fighter's like career. You know, like the family. You know, the thing that roots them to the ground, that makes them become this fighter. You know, so on this episode we've got Albert Stein, Pikachu, who's like a really good wrestler. His story goes like this, man. He took 6 years off before he turned pro, and
Pokemon trainer called Ash Ketchum, a 10-year-old boy, went on a journey.
yeah, man. So it's that type of a show, you know. It's like it just shows you that these guys are human too, you know. They're human too, and the struggles that they faced, you know, like the story that nobody goes through, you know, that nobody tells. So this is the show that's, I think it's going to revolutionize storytelling in MMA, you know, because
How
yes,
long are the episodes?
I don't know that yet, but we shot like loads of content. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Like,
you got hit with the soundboard, bro.
Like, okay,
I had to. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
it was low-hanging
like,
fruit. Come on, Kraken.
Yeah, man. But like, if you want to
was
see,
always gonna get you with that one.
But like, yeah, man. If you want to see, like, if you hate me, and I know a lot of people hate me, man. If you want to see me get choked out, because like my on this episode, I aspired to become a professional fighter, and I asked Albert Stein if what's his shortest fight, you know, what's his shortest fight, and he said his shortest fight was 43 seconds, which was against my boy Tsepo Machuba, and I told him, I was like, yo, bro, if I get like if I can last 44 seconds with you, I think it would be time for me to turn pro, you know. And I hate to say, I'm not gonna tell you, but like, that's a teaser. Go watch the episode, lads.
Let's go.
I think when someone pushes you to jump, you'll be scared to do it again. But if you step on your own, it's different. Now I know. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I said to myself, okay, listen, I'm going to die of a heart attack. And I'm not joking. I was very unhealthy.
It feels like you got a second chance at life.
100%, yeah. Then I'm like, let's do this. I don't mind. If you can break my nose, let's do this. I'm living, I'm experiencing life. And I remember that my biggest fear was dying and amounting to nothing when I came from this background.
This is an African here, look at this.
And I think the moment I realized that, I enjoyed it. I took everything in.
Woo! Set the tone.
Come on, dude. That's it. I told you, man. We got that rich white people money, bro. Not that Alabama money. We got that rich white people money.
We see, bro.
Why are you taking shots at Cross, bro? Why are you taking shots at Cross?
It was that $50 from Cross, man. Hey, they got that bet. They got that bet on. You know what I mean? It might be costing Alabama money, but if that Alabama money comes flying to Kraken, Kraken ain't gonna say no to that Alabama
You better
money.
believe you're gonna spend it. Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, man. Shout out to you, Kraken. We see the work that you're doing with PFL. Incredible work. And people, make sure you go and check out that episode there. If you watch it, it's going to be live on YouTube. Make sure you go find it. You get the link in the description, and we're going to make sure that people share it and you get as many eyeballs on it as possible, brother.
Kraken, as soon as the show actually wraps up, you should go on the comment section and comment the link to that video on each of the channel's comments. That way people have an easy access to get to that video. Right? We want to make sure we hype that up as much as humanly possible. We're just trying to help you out, bro.
Get it on your story.
I see, man. I appreciate it. Bro, I wouldn't be working with the PFL if it wasn't for you guys. Yeah, you know, like y'all was kind of the help, but like you guys, man, fuck y'all.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Yeah, I mean,
hey, none of that. We rise together or we fall together. Okay, rising tide lifts all ships, big guy.
Come on,
hey man, appreciate it.
That's the phrase right there.
Double stuff's enough.
Yeah, man. On that bombshell, people. We're gonna be out of here. Hasta la vista. Salute. We're out.
Peace.
Why are you gay?
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.